Room 404. I'd like to rent room 404, the strange man said. It's not uncommon to receive odd requests, but this one was particularly bizarre in both manner and appearance. His skin was dark, and he was lanky, his voice raspy as if he was forcing it out. To top it off, he was wrapped in a pitch-black coat despite the sweltering heat. Well, as I've explained repeatedly, this building doesn't have a room 404. The owner believes it brings bad luck. As you can see here, I pointed to the floor plan. There's no room between 403 and 405. How many times had I explained this? I know room 404 doesn't exist, but I still want to rent it. Was he an idiot? Or perhaps some thug looking for trouble? This was absurd. I thought I was running a legitimate business. As I've said many times before, it doesn't exist, so I can't rent it to you. I understand that. I'll pay the rent. All you need to do is create a document saying you're renting me room 404, and we'll have a deal. The room doesn't even have to exist. He was definitely insane. No doubt about it. My patience snapped, and I raised my voice. Hey, if you don't stop this nonsense, I'll call the police. If you're just messing around, get out. Noticing the commotion, the manager lumbered out from the back office. Fuming, I recounted the entire exchange to him. After hearing my account, the manager said, "Could you please let the customer tell his side of the story?" He then took my seat and began speaking to the peculiar customer. "Oh, sorry, but could you step outside for a moment?" Well, I let the manager handle it. He was bound to realize how out of hand this was getting. I had never heard of someone wanting to rent a room that didn't exist. I retreated to the back office, intending to see how long the manager would tolerate this nonsense. "I'm sorry for the rudeness of my colleague." I could hear the manager apologizing, but soon their voices turned to whispers. After waiting for about 30 minutes, nearly dozing off, "Hey you, the deal is done." The manager called to me. "We're renting this gentleman room 404. Is the manager out of his mind? Has the summer heat made him delirious?" "But, sir, how can we do that when it doesn't even exist?" "As always, we'll draft the paperwork and proceed with the contract. We both agree on room 404, so there's no problem." "Of course there's a problem. What will you tell the owner?" "I checked with him earlier. As long as he pays the rent, he said he won't mind the details." This was madness. "And what about the authorities?" "There's no room, so there's nothing to report. Just keep quiet." And yet, he was still the manager. "It seems all the issues are settled, so please prepare the documents. The money is right here." The man in black spoke in a gloomy voice, opening his bag to reveal a stack of cash. "Yes, I'll prepare it right away, so please wait a moment." "Come on, hurry up." With the manager in a good mood, I reluctantly played along with this ridiculous scenario. I drafted the documents and asked him to sign. His hands were just as black as his coat. The signature was written in a strange scrawl, something like Nyarluot. Once the paperwork was complete, well, I must be going. I have moving preparations to attend to. He exited the office. "Manager, this is ridiculous. Think about it. What if we get dragged into some bizarre crime? It doesn't matter if it's strange or not. He's paying us, so what's the issue? I doubt he's moving. What if he's trying to squat in someone else's room? If that happens, we'll just kick him out. We rented him room 404. If it's room 404, it's fine. Anything else is off limits." A week later, there was a vacancy, so I went to inspect the building and check on the situation on the 4th floor. Remembering the events from a week ago, I decided to take a look at the 4th floor, and when I arrived, there it was, room 404. Most likely, that guy had forcibly moved into someone else's room and changed the nameplate. Great, now the manager was really going to regret this decision. As I rang the bell, the man in black appeared from inside the room. "Oh, it's you again. Is there something you need?" "Hey, what are you doing? You were supposed to rent room 404. "Well, as you can see, this is room 404. Is there something strange about it?" He was playing dumb. "Don't mess with me. If you keep this up, you'll attract the police's attention. Pack your things and leave." "Unfortunately, I'm not doing what you think I am. Take a good look for yourself." I counted the rooms on the 4th floor. According to the floor plan, there were rooms 401 to 405, and since room 404 didn't exist, there should have been 4 rooms. Simple math. 4 rooms meant 4 doors. But for some reason, there were 5 doors. "So, you see, I think it's time for you to leave." He slammed the door in my face, but I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. Desperate to get to the bottom of this, I decided to knock on every door. "Resident of room 401. "What? Room 404 never existed?" "Well, now that I think about it, it might not have, but if it's here now, it must have been here all along." "Resident of room 402. Room 404? It definitely didn't exist at first. But now, suddenly, it's there, and someone's living in it. A bit strange, but it doesn't really bother me." "Resident of room 403. My neighbor?" I greeted them when they moved in, and they seemed perfectly normal. "Resident of room 405. That neighbor? He's quite stylish, dressed all in black. Maybe an actor." What on earth was happening? When I checked the other floors, all had 4 doors, but the 4th floor had 5. That meant room 404 just appeared out of nowhere. I had to ask the manager. "Manager, when that guy said he wanted to move into room 404, I thought it was a mistake. But when I went to the 4th floor with him, I was shocked to find it really existed. Surprising, but the world is full of oddities. The paperwork is in order, and the owner is aware of everything. There's no issue. Has anything strange happened? Looks like he has a lot of visitors. Lots of folks with strange, flat faces. I asked about their work, and it seems they provide some sort of consulting for their countrymen. Even the neighbors and the manager should find this odd. Apparently, the rumors about city dwellers being indifferent to others were true. Deciding to go back to the 4th floor, I rang the bell at his door again. "Oh, it's you again. I wish you'd stop bothering me. Could you let me see inside your room?" "No way. I'm paying for this room, and you have no right to just enter." That was true, but I couldn't hold back any longer. Determined to see inside, I tried to push past him. At that moment, my hand hit an invisible barrier, like a wall of bulletproof glass. What the hell is this? There's nothing there, but it feels solid as stone. The room doesn't allow entry to anyone without reason. But I'm with the management company. That doesn't give you the right to enter uninvited. Damn it, he was right. As we argued, the elevator opened, and I heard voices. "Here it is. Room 404, right? Oh, hello. We've come to deliver your order. I've been waiting. This is the room. Please bring it in." "Sure thing." With that, the delivery person passed right through the space that had rejected me, entering the room without a problem. "Hey, how come he can get in? He's delivering, which means he has to enter the room." That made sense. I tried to think of a reason to enter, but nothing came to mind. I had to back down, but I was determined to figure out what was happening in there. Whatever trick was being played, there had to be a secret behind it. I was going to expose it. After that, work became impossible to focus on. I racked my brain to come up with a plan to expose him, but no ideas came to me. "You've been a bit scatterbrained lately. Is something wrong?" the manager asked me. "Oh, actually," I recounted everything that had happened so far. That's not good. You